Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty good today. I had a last night before last. I only got like 2 hours sleep. Yesterday, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I was sitting here looking at my computer to come. Oops. So today I'm wide awake. What the? Let me see here, dude. Sorry. Gotta fix it or it's gonna bug me. There we go. So when I was trying to come up with a topic the other day, I didn't know what to say. I was drawing a blank. So that's what I did. I didn't know what to say. I don't know what topic to come up with for tonight. Well, I didn't. Then I got looking at some ideas and something came up, but just on the topic, don't know what to say. You ever have that time, something's just left you speechless? Whether somebody said or done something, or you witnessed something and you're just like, I don't know what to say. If I say something, it's going to be wrong. I was like that last week. Doing better this week. And I drew a blank. But I was looking for some ideas, and the topic of what has left you speechless gave me an idea when I was Googling. But first of all, we're going to go see who's in the house tonight. We have Meg's Fun Time. Hello, Megan. Meg, sorry. Meg. Gotta keep you guys straight. Meg. Yes. Hello, Sean S. Lovely to chat with you earlier. Hello, Michelle Leonardo. Hello, Lillian. That's the same as happened to her. Yep, been there. When kids act up or say something and can't come up with a reply, I just shake my head. Yep. There's big kids or little kids. Sometimes my big kids, I might just like shake my head because I'm either going to say something wrong or the words start there because growing kids, you have to censor yourself. The younger ones. What you'd really like to say and what you can say are two different things. He'll say, "What the are you thinking?" And you have to like, that's not a good choice. That's not a good idea. Turn my air off and I'm feeling it already. So, I was looking up what has left you speechless, or what to do with what's left you speechless. And I've seen this quote. It's by IBN Batuta. And it said, "Travel. It leaves you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller." And I thought, how true is that? When we travel and the things we see, some of them just leave us speechless. But when we get home or get around people that didn't get to witness that, and you want to tell them everything about it. And I found a few pictures, so I'll see if I can bring them up here. Do my share screen thing without messing it up. Try this again. Now, can you guys see that? No, I can't see you guys. Okay. So this is a picture of the Badlands in Drumheller. And when my boys and I traveled out west, we came over this hill, this ridge, and then these Badlands just spread out in front of you. And that was pretty cool. I just kind of, wow. Now let's see if I can get it to switch to the next picture. And this is the mountain just outside of Banff, in Banff National Park. And I just love the mountains, and I look at them with such grandeur and majesty, and it's like, wow. Let me see if I can bring up another one. Come on. This is one of my favorite pictures. And actually, if any of those that are my Facebook friends will notice that this is my cover photo right now. And this is at Lake Louise. And the beautiful mountains there and the beautiful glacier lake. I got a couple more I wanted to share. Come on. Oops. Now this is the Athabasca Falls on the Athabasca River. And like, I always see pictures of places like Niagara Falls and think how cool it is. The force of the water rushing on this was amazing too. I wish I'd got video, but I only took pictures. And this one's mine. My son got a much better picture, but I couldn't find that. And I got a couple more. This is going a little south. These are the waves on the beach in Cuba, which I got to go in 2019. And I got all kinds of stories about Cuba. And I fell in love with this, the colors. All the shades of blue and turquoise and the white sandy beach. So my travels are turning me into a bit of a storyteller. First of all, I've got to start posting their videos. There are a series of my pictures from Cuba, a little bit of video in there, but I didn't do too much video. I would have done more had I been in this mindset about YouTube back then. However, from now on, I will definitely do a lot of video and along with my pictures. So starting maybe tonight or tomorrow, I will drop the first Cuba video, and I did them by each day that I was in Cuba. And then I might go back to doing my travels out west, so you can see all the pictures from my travels out west. But definitely going to be traveling again in about 60, I want to say like 65 days. I have to check. Let me check to be sure. Oh, pardon me. 64 days. I will be traveling again. So, let me go back to the comments here. We were down. Let's see. That is a beautiful one of Lake Louise. Yes, and the hotel there is beautiful too. It's huge. So maybe I'll get back to do it. I'll do a series on those travels and some of the sites we've seen out west. But that way it gives me the chance to tell my story from that perspective of our travels. And I got another thing I want to ask later on. I got it written down so I don't forget. I'll take my piece of paper here. And then those just a few pictures. Kenny's in here. Not tagging. It's on his phone. Thank you for sharing that out, Kenny. Hello, Blaine. Good to have you in here. So, anybody else have places they've traveled they would like to tell me about? Actually, let me do this. There, I just pinned the link. Anybody would like to come up and tell me about places they've traveled? Maybe they could put that on my list of places to see. I know some people have just got back from a cruise. Anybody else traveled? That doesn't have to be recently. Mine weren't recent. My travels to Cuba were 2019. My travels out west were in 2011 and 2013. I haven't been back out there since. I have dreams to travel to the East Coast. Also dreams now, after meeting all of you guys on YouTube, of seeing places where you live, whether it be Oregon or Texas or I don't know. Seeing the places some of the YouTubers have shared, it's like makes me want to travel more of the U.S. too, to see all those cool places. So I'm looking forward to that. Anybody want to come up and share? Just click the link there. I think I'm going to be on my own for a bit tonight. Some people are away, some people are working. Yes, Liliana, definitely Oregon, after seeing all the pictures and videos that you guys have shared, that Matt and Kevin and Ray have shared. Oregon looks beautiful. And Washington too. I've seen some of the stuff in Washington. Been to Montana to Glacier National Park. It's a must-do. Been to Alberta as well. Loved it. Oh, that'd be cool to see. I've seen the Columbia ice fields in Alberta, and the huge glacier there. Sadly, it's receded a lot since I was young. There's pictures of my parents that having me young at Columbia ice fields, and it's receded quite a bit then. But I did get a few pictures of that too. But it'd be cool to go to Glacier National Park, Montana. Make a note. Unfortunately, I lost my map behind me. It decided to fall down the other day, and since I haven't got any more command hooks, I have to get some more before I can put my map back up, so I can, because I like looking at it, seeing where people are and where things are located. Sailing down the Mississippi surprised me how awesome it was. That's cool. Badlands National Park in South Dakota is awesome, and Teddy Roosevelt National Park. Cool. I'm assuming the Badlands down there is a lot bigger than the Badlands up here, because the picture that I took, that's all, maybe probably about a third of what I could see. There's probably more, but there's only so much access we can have, and we had to restrict the areas that people can go into, because you get some idiots that decide they're gonna, oh, this is a good place to ride our dirt bike. No, it's not a good idea. Roosevelt is North Dakota, but we loved it. Been to Oregon, of course, Washington, California, and Idaho. The only place I have been in the United States, and unfortunately it was driving most of the time. I've driven from Michigan down I-75 to Florida. I believe it was I-75. So I've been to Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia. Stayed in Atlanta overnight the first night, and then we drove the rest of the way to Daytona Beach. And then driving out to Alberta many years ago with my mom, we drove through Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, whatever else is up in there I missed. First time we drove all the way out to just below Alberta and then drove up. And then when I drove out with my boys, we only got as far as, I think it was Minnesota, and then went up into Manitoba and went across the Canadian side. But it's given me a little taste of the U.S. That was my idea too, Meg. Explore more North America. My mindset before was, oh, there's so much to see in Canada. I don't need to go outside of Canada. But seeing what you guys have shared of the U.S. plus, 3 years ago I got a taste of Cuba, and then now I'm going to get a taste of cruising and some other Caribbean islands. So making me want to travel more. And there I have, bucket list things. I would like to go to Australia. I'd love to go to Iceland. There's some places in Europe I'd like to see. Can't say anything about our destinations in October on a cruise. The first cruise I've been on that stops are new to us, probably because it's southern itinerary. Yeah, and my dream was to get back to Cuba, but the closest I'm going to get is, Dominican and Aruba and Bonaire, a little south of that, but get to cruise by Cuba on our way. So someday I'll get back to Cuba. But I'm looking forward to checking out the other Caribbean islands. Hello, Drunken Chef. How are you doing? Visited Bozeman, Montana, surrounded by mountains. Yellowstone was fantastic with Old Faithful. One of the channels I follow was just camped around, or not camped, but sat around there waiting for Old Faithful to go off. Waterfalls, hot springs, and Orlando, Disney World, Disney Springs, Discovery Cove, and swam with a dolphin. I had a dolphin experience when I was in Cuba. It was twice as much to swim with it, so at least I got to touch a dolphin. Got to tell him, give little gestures or whatever, and he would wave or slap the water or whatever. I was supposed to go to Disney World about 30 years ago. I was working as a nanny, and the little ones were 3 years old. And that's when I went. We drove down to Florida, me and the mom, and then her sister and mom. The grandmother went in the other vehicle. But we went to Universal Studios the one day. We were supposed to go the next day or the day after that to Disney World, but the grandmother took sick, so they ended up putting her on a plane back to. So they had decided Universal Studios was good enough, and it was like, I was bummed out because I really wanted to go to Disney. Right now, I'm not. The rides and stuff like that, I'm not into. I can go to Canada's Wonderland and ride roller coasters and stuff. Miami is close to authentic Cuba. They have good Cuban food. Yeah, I would like to get time before or after the cruise, because we're a little bit of time. Go to Little Havana and get some Cuban food, since it's kind of in between where we're staying and the cruise port. Little Havana's in there. Definitely want a Cuban sandwich. That is one of my favorites. Of course, the only Cuban sandwiches I've had around here, not authentically made by Cuban. One was where my youngest son used to work. He's East Indian, but he does all kinds. He caters and they have a little eatery. Does all kinds of things. He'll do as a feature item once or twice a year. He does the Cuban sandwich, and it was delicious. Had another one at another restaurant down the way. Not bad, not as good. And then I had one not too long ago that was like, eh. Yes, Cuban at the deli was amazing. Or I thought so anyways. Where is the Cuban one? Meg's making tacos. Tacos sound delicious. Anything would sound delicious, but I wanted to get the stuff to make burrito bowls tonight. I didn't get down to the grocery store to get a couple of the ingredients, so I guess that'll be tomorrow night. Michelle's having Taco Bell. I'm not that adventurous. Yeah, true, Blaine. They have have them at the deli on the Horizon. We could compare them. We could have one in Little Havana and then have one on the Horizon and compare it. See who's got the better Cuban sandwich. I'm going to guess probably in Little Havana, maybe, but. And Blaine's in the Taco Bell line. This is Thursday, not Tuesday. Not Taco Tuesday. Taco Thursday? Okay. Want to do tacos? Go do tacos, guys. I did rice and beans. Yeah, it was me, but it was something to eat before my live stream. So, what's your usual orders at Taco Bell, guys? It makes us definitely a little Havana. You tell them taco every day. Yeah. I could do tacos every day. I like tacos. I like burritos. Not the Taco Bell burritos. I like making my own burritos. We have a chain here. I'm not sure if it's just North or just Canada or what. It's called Mucho Burrito. And I hadn't tried burritos until say probably 4 or 5 years ago. I wasn't adventurous, but a friend was visiting. She wanted to go to Mucho Burrito, so let's go. So I was being a little picky. I was like, okay, well, I like chicken. Okay, I'll try chicken. I'll try the rice. I'll try a few different things, and it was actually really good. And I like the fact that I didn't feel that heavy, greasy feeling you get sometimes after eating fast food. So I went there quite often, and then they changed a couple of the ingredients that I enjoyed. So I haven't been back for a while. I started making my own ingredient, making my own burritos at home, and I found the recipe for the one salsa. I'm not big on a lot of tomato stuff, so I like their corn and bean salsa, and they discontinued it. But I found a recipe for it, and it tastes pretty good. So let's see. Taco Bell, yeah. Well, it's not my first choice of fast food, but it's quick, and sometimes I grab. I just grab soft tacos. I don't get adventurous. Used to have the cheesy burritos, but spicy potato taco and normal. We get a couple chalupas, chicken chalupa supreme, Doritos Loco Taco, and Taco Bell Grande. My older son likes the Doritos Loco Taco. And when we have regular tacos, we have to get the Old El Paso cheesy blaster one, because that's the closest he can find to the Doritos Loco Taco. Let me make him say. It's whatever makes him happy. He used to have tacos more often, but my youngest decided he didn't like tacos as much anymore, unless they make chicken tacos, and that's just a little extra work. I wouldn't mind, but and I do make my own taco seasoning as well. It's a blend of, off the top of my head, I'm gonna use chili powder, paprika, a little bit of cayenne, oregano, garlic, salt, cumin, and coriander. And you can adjust the spiciness of it by however much cayenne pepper you put in it. And I guess the last time I made it, he said they were too spicy, and he's my adventurous one. Cinnabon Delights from Taco Bell. Those are yummy. I'm trying to think of. No, we only had the cinnamon twist things last time I went. Like those are like sugar crisps. There used to be something before the cinnamon twist that I liked more. I can't remember what they were. Nope, drawing a blank. The topics, draw a blank. So if you could travel anywhere, where would you travel to? Where would you travel to? I'm going to travel south. Then my next goal after that is probably to go to the east coast of Canada because I need to go visit my brother. I haven't met him in person yet, so I want to, and I haven't been to Nova Scotia yet. Nova Scotia and Newfoundland are on my bucket list too because then I will have been to all 10 provinces. I haven't been to the territories yet, but I've been in every province except Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. Lillian saying Alaska. Yeah, Alaska's beautiful. From what I've seen on videos, I follow 2 families from Alaska. One up near Fairbanks and one down closer to Anchorage. Europe or Australia? Any particular place in Europe or just Europe in general? The Galapagos? That would be cool. Be awesome. I'm still looking first. Yeah, pretty much. Norway would be cool. Ireland, Scotland, Denmark, and Sweden. I don't know what particular spots I would go to in Europe. Definitely wouldn't mind Scotland. My dad's family originated from Nairn, Scotland, back in 1835 from Nairn, Scotland. Family trees in this, my uncle did. He traced it back all the way to when they came over from Scotland. So it would be cool to go back there and see where the clan originated from. Germany, Norway, Ireland, and Italy. I wouldn't be picky, but those would love those places. I know Kenny would like to go to Germany. Germany wouldn't be bad either because I think my adopted mom's family was from Germany, Dutch border area. I don't have that family tree yet. My aunt hasn't. She's worked on it for years, but I haven't got a copy yet. A family in Norway you've never met. That would be cool too. I know on my birth mom's side, they're mostly English. So at least she said my grandmother, my late grandmother, said my grandfather was a proper Englishman. He wouldn't say the S word if he had a mouthful of it. And I was like, interesting. This came out of an 80-year-old lady's mouth, but it was funny. It was the only time I got to meet her, but it was funny that she had that kind of sense of humor. Norway. Pretty cool. Watched a lot of videos, or yeah, on Iceland. I think that would be cool too. It's cool that they don't use any fossil fuels on Iceland. In Iceland, I thought that was interesting. There's a documentary series on Netflix with Zac Efron in it, and one of the places they go to is Iceland, and it talks about how that they make everything work there, for geothermal to wind power to water power that don't have any fossil fuel. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm trying to think of what the name of the place or the name of the series was, but I can't think of it. I know it's Zac Efron and another guy do it. Hello, Trouble. Welcome in. Ron saying, hey, yep. His son said, I'd never survive in Italy because no one puts ice in the drinks. And I filled my glass with ice. Yeah, well, they drink wine that's like room temperature or whatever. And I'm not a wine drinker. It's one thing I don't drink much of. There's been a couple, but I'm not a big wine fan. I don't drink that often anyways. So I don't buy I'm not buying the drink package on the cruise. I would never drink that much. Is it 15 drinks a day? I'd be lucky if I drink 15 drinks the whole cruise. Hi, Ron. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Meg. I'm sorry. I'm just fidgeting tonight. Some people get mad at me for, I guess, for shaking my computer around, and I apologize. So my other thought, I've got another thing I was going to mention too, but that's an aside. Kind of got the idea from Ron Darrell as he's working on stories from his past and stuff, and memories and stuff like that. And I was either trying to decide whether to do a series to leave for my kids on, my thoughts and stuff like that, or as well as, now they would reflect more on stuff that my parents had said. So stuff that Nana and Papa said, like, and whether to do it as a series on here or whether I should do a separate channel. What are your thoughts? Would you care if I did it on here, or do you think I should do a separate channel for that? I just wanted to get some ideas. Because Ron talked about it, and it's like, I would like to leave something for my boys to be able to, go back and watch videos, or just a thought. Soda package on board, but that's it. The bubbly package. It's watching your live eating a Hershey bar. That's not fair. I want chocolate. I won't start the chocolate conversation, right? Blaine says on here. Meg says on here. Gonna run, see you at V's. Yep, I'll post V's link shortly. Don't do a separate channel. Okay. Multiple channels would be overwhelming. I agree. I kind of would like to do it on here, and I'll just do it like a series. Maybe once a week I'll come out, stuff Nana said or stuff Papa said, her. I thought mom's thoughts or something like that. I'll come up with it, and I can just do that separately. Thank you. I appreciate that support, because I really didn't want to do a separate channel. Grandparents say the funniest things. Oh yeah. My dad was something else. My adopted dad. Maybe I should start off with before I do all that, start off because I know you guys know a little bit of my history, that I was adopted when I was young and stuff, and maybe I'll start out with that and then yeah, a little story about that, and then things my mom and dad have said. I won't touch on my birth mom stuff because she really hasn't been into my life only since about 10 years ago, and it's just here and there. I love her. She gave me life, but there really hasn't been anything significant that she has said or whatever that, you know, my kids would reflect on to them, my mom and dad, or whether Nana and Papa. And find out, well, a lot of stuff pops in your head the more you dig. Yeah, I have, I'm not sure if it's over here. I have a cabinet that's got 9 sections, and my mom and I did scrapbooking. So about half the scrapbooks are ones that she started, and the other half are ones I started. Plus, I've got a whole bunch more shoe boxes of pictures yet. And there is a thing from my dad's parents' 50th anniversary. There was a duotang, and there was all these things that, you know, there were stories of what my dad had done as a youngster. And like, oh my gosh. I survived, surprised he survived his childhood, let alone things he's did it in his adulthood. I'm surprised his childhood. I'll have to talk more to my aunt too about things about my mom or my mom and dad. I know there's stories my aunt would have about my dad too. I'll tell you one little story about my dad. And I was probably in my teens. I wasn't home at the time this happened. But we had a fireplace, so my dad was out back, and he made this little stand that was like an X on both ends and this piece of wood that went across. And he'd prop a piece of wood in there to get the old chainsaw out, and he'd be cutting wood. Well, apparently it tipped at one time, and he went like this to stop it. Cut his hand open on the chainsaw. Comes in, asks my mom for a Band-Aid. She goes, "You're going to go to the hospital." "No, I don't go to the hospital. Just give me a Band-Aid." He's running under the water. She slapped some paper towel or something on there. I don't remember exactly. Took him into the hospital. 17 stitches later. She gets home. Not home 20 minutes. He's back out there trying to cut wood again. I think more of my mom's gray hairs came from him than they came from me. I'm doing mine because I know how many questions I'd like to ask my parents and grandparents. Yeah, and that's the thing too, was like, I'm the only child. There's not like another aunt or uncle on my side that's going to tell these kids the stories, you know, that Nana and Papa said. But somebody else will have to tell them stories on their dad's side. And I know a few, but not. Wish I knew more about my grandparents and greats. My grandfather lived, I want to say he was 94 when he passed. My dad's dad. And my dad's mom passed at 99 and a half. My dad passed before his mom did. She made it to his funeral in September, and she passed in February at 99 and a half. And I was kind of sad and bummed because I was hoping she would make it to 100, but she lived a good long life. And she was so feisty when my dad passed in September that year. And she was in a nursing home, and my aunts. My dad has 3 sisters. Either my Aunt Jean or my Aunt Muriel, or both of them, went to tell Grandma that my dad had passed away, and that, you know, she didn't have to go there. And she got mad. That's my son. I'm going. So she went to the funeral home for visitation. A lot of her 99 years old and telling her kids, I'm like, that's my son. I'm going. Yeah, I want to do it for my boys. That's more for my boys than me, but it's like, then the stories are out there and they can pass them along too. I was adopted too. Back in the 50s, adoption records were sealed, but I do have adoption papers with my name. I was given at birth and my adoption name. Yeah, well, the records were sealed when I was adopted as well. I was adopted in '63. Brain fart, sorry. I was adopted in '63. But the Alberta government opened the adoption records in, I want to say 2005, and you could send away for non-identifying information, but which is weird because they blocked out all my siblings, or my aunts, not my siblings, my aunts and uncles information. It would just say male or female and what age, but my birth mom's name was on there and my birth father's name was on there. There was other information on there, dates and stuff, but the names were blocked out. It was like, warning, Michael Ann, you're going to remember things you don't want to. Well, it's probably things I probably need to deal with anyways. Now, those things I probably won't share. I might share. There's one story that I probably will share, but I have to warn the people that a couple pictures I might share may be triggering. So I'll put a warning on that. I'm glad I got adopted too. My birth mom was not bad. She was just young and wasn't able to care for me, so I got a better deal by being adopted. They're not everybody's story about adoption is wonderful, but I got a lot more advantages that I would have got than had I not been. Now, the other little piece of paper I had here, those of us traveling to go on this cruise, and I know there might be some first time, well, Kenny's not a first timer flying, but there's some of us that maybe haven't flown for a while, or maybe some people are first timers flying. And there was a channel I've been following. Let me go over here. Oops. It's called Travel Tips. Whoops. By Lori. Travel Tips by Lori, Laurie. Anything you want to know about flying and packing and all that stuff, this woman covers it. She is a wife of a commercial airline pilot for, I think she said United, that flies out of Houston. And she has all kinds of tips and tricks about packing and what you can take and what you can't take. So let's put her in there. If anybody wants to look her up and if they have any questions of what they can or can't take, or the easiest way to take stuff, or been watching her for the last 2 days, giving me lots of ideas. A few other little tips and tricks about I don't want to go out and spend the money for on compression packing cubes. Not that I'm going to travel. I'm probably not going to travel that much that I would get the use out of them, but lots of tips and tricks. Hello, V. We're coming to see you soon, V. Actually, well, I got it up here. Oh my goodness, I can't type tonight. Oh my goodness. Let's start this over. Do the copy and paste, and then I can't type the. Come on, paste. There we go. There we go. V's link there. Copy and paste it for 7 p.m. So we got 12 minutes. Where we go. Flying never got easier for me. It's all the security, and this Lori gives you all the tips and tricks about going through security too. How to deal with how to put things in, like what things to put in the bins. Have everything, certain things ready, so you don't so the TSA people don't get snippy with you.
Hello, beautiful people. I just got home.
Good advice to know, because airlines and crews will throw away. Yep, they will. Yes, that sounds like fun.
We can make it a choo-choo caravan.
Yep. Maybe since I'm flying more this year, it will help. Yep. Oh my goodness, this thing. Oh.
Hi, Meg. Hi, Michelle. Hi, James. Hi. Who's the mechanic? Troy?
Troy in here? Let's see any.
Who's Manic Mechanic?
Manic Mechanic is. Oh my god, he's from the UK.
I can't remember his first name.
What's your first name, Manic Mechanic?
Hello, anyways.
Hello. You, I've missed you. Hey, James Cantnese.
Everybody's in the house. I can't flip somebody.
Jeff?
Did you hear my doorbell? Ding, ding.
Andy.
Andy. I'll remember your name now. Andy. Oh, I have one of those. Shh, Steve's not hearing. Is it?
Where is the wooden one? It was over there.
Here, you want it? I'll pass it to you.
I got my little collapsible one, but the wooden one was over there. But
I prefer the plastic one. I don't know.
It's a safe to pack on my carry-on. No, there's nothing sharp on it.
I cut myself between my fingers. Ow! When are those days?
63 days. 60?
I think it's a little less for us.
64 days to cruise, but 62 to flying out.
Whatever, it's still not enough. It's not fast.
Oh no, I'm sitting there now going, what am I going to pack? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Watching this travel tips with Lori. Okay, I can put this in this bag. Oh, okay. Take my stuff, put it in my little crossbody purse, but my crossbody purse in my my personal size carry-on thing. I'm like,
I tried to just put the stuff in the carry-on and in the backpack. Now just like, there you are. I still have room. I'm good. But
that's
there's
good.
shoes. There's. I think I'm gonna ship my luggage to somebody, and then they can bring it, and I'll pay them. I'll pay them booze.
213 for James. Yeah, see, they're going in March.
Oh yeah. Yes. That's not even a year.
No, that's just a little 7 months.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah,
counting
2 months will go by. 2 months is going to go by quickly for us. I remember it was 200 something days when I started counting these things, and I'm
I was
like,
just gonna say.
we're 64 days. We're a little over 2 months. Am I going to have everything on time? One thing I did on my trip home was put belt and shoes in my carry-on. Yes, Lori makes that thing. She doesn't put her jewelry on. She doesn't put her watch on. She doesn't
You
put
mean I take my jewelry off?
her belt on. She has them in a certain compartment on her carry-on, and she stops after she gets through TSA, then puts the belt on and all that stuff on, so that she doesn't have to take it off and put it in the thing to start with. So,
Steve and I decided to just leave our wedding rings on. Well, technically not home, in the safe at the bank, but you know.
oh, good, I would forget me too. We didn't forget you, Andy.
I'm sorry, Andy. I have a lot on my mind. Please don't judge me.
Oh, there's so many channels, and I'm trying to remember the first names of everybody.
I'm trying to be cautious of everybody's first name, so if I get it wrong, please forgive me. I already have 600 names in my head. Just from work. So,
Well, we'd call you Man Mechanic rather than Hey You.
yeah. And I don't want to call you M because you might be just, encroaching on, M's.
We're excited to meet you in October as well, too, Meg.
It'll be fun, Meg. I promise.
So many things to do. So little time to do them.
Instead of my list getting shorter, it's getting bigger. Why?
I know, because I got my list. Oh, it's on my phone. List
Yeah.
things I need to get yet. my one list for packing this stuff, and what my list of what to put in this one and what to put in this one, and I'm like, if it wasn't for this book, I wouldn't have my list would be all over the place. And then also my list of going, okay, I gotta pay this person, I gotta pay this one person back, I gotta pay that person back. Oh, and okay, this one stuff is I gotta convert to US, so this stuff can stay in Canadian dollars. Why can't you just be the same amount?
I'm with you there.
That is driving me insane. One time I look at it, it's like this amount, and the next time I look at it, it's that's this amount. And why can't we just be on the same page?
That'd just be too easy.
Flying into Florida security was insane. They were calling lost reporting. I was picked up my shoes from the belt. They ran.
Oh no.
Just, oh my.
Oh god.
Really hope you don't bother with testing at work. And we'll see.
This is me.
I'm going to have to do the testing in March.
It's too complicated, that's why.
Well, it's like, are we have to get tested? And it's 3 days out, and then do I test here before I go across to Crystals? Do I test when I get across to Crystals? Do I do the over the counter one that John Heald says you make an appointment with this other thing online and then get it done that way? So it's,
and then the 72 hours, is it as your boarding time or as the first boarding time of the ship? Then it gets a little bit more. Too many questions.
it's complicated. I got the test, so I just This is getting
Every time I go to a pharmacy, give me a test. I'm like,
well, let's see. Go up to when they have a little mobile market up here from the food bank that I've gone to. So, mobile market, you get fresh produce tomorrow. But then this outreach thing has been there a few times, and last week I got another box of tests, which is convenient that I don't have to go to the pharmacy or wherever to find them. It's like, they're going to hand them out. Okay, I'll take another one.
if you go to the grocery store, they're supposed to have them. But not all grocery stores have them.
No. The one over here might, because it has a pharmacy in it. I don't think the one over there does. And I haven't made it to the grocery store lately either. I was supposed to go with Trevor yesterday, and then apparently, because I must have been zonked out. I only slept about 2 hours. I was like watching Ron's, and then I was watching something else, and I looked and I was like, oh geez, what's that time my alarm set for?
Oh, happy birthday, Ron Season Marathon.
And I look at it and says, oh, your alarm will go off in 2 hours and something minutes. And I'm like, oh crap. Went to sleep, the alarm went off, and then I'm looking going, where's the thing? Where's the thumbnail? Oh, it's not down under cursors this week. It's
That's tourist.
I get Jimmy name in my head. It's like Stu Tourist. And I was like, look at that. And I was watched it, and then I just zonked out. And I'd wake up and I'd be sitting there like trying to keep my eyes open and like. So I don't know if my son tried to wake me up or not to go to the grocery store, because I told him I wanted to go with him.
Okay. I have 1 minute. I'm going to go to my life.
Yep, we'll be there in just a minute.
See you soon, beautiful people.
Well, we got 1 minute. The link is at the top. I'm going to finish reading some of these comments that I didn't see. I hope we all don't have to bother to test yet. I'm getting pretty good at testing myself. Pre-test, cruise test, post-cruise test, post-cruise test. Amy had to take us. Yeah, we know. Hello. Yeah, Jimmy. Like I said, sometimes I draw a blank. The word's right there, and I can't seem to pull it out of the air. Hello. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Okay. Links at the top. Thanks for stopping in and keeping me company. Sorry I wasn't more on the ball of a topic, but we'll get something fun for the next one. Or maybe I'll have one of these other things written up for that. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Love you all. See you over on V's. Bye for now. It's pinned at the top. Don't forget.